Hello and welcome back to my channel. I'm Mrs. Swifty and today we're doing another speed build but with a difference. Today I thought I would have a bit of fun building a haunted house as we have the new paranormal stuff pack. That's what it's called, isn't it? I was going to say spooky stuff, that's a whole different pack. The paranormal stuff pack came out recently and I just bought it very recently, so I wanted to have a bit of fun with it, but I thought I wanted to do something a bit different. Everybody's kind of doing haunted house builds at the moment, but I thought I would do a haunted house build with a difference. So I decided to make a house for Sunny the Tragic Clown, who, if you don't know, is in The Sims 4. I think he was actually a character in, I think it was The Sims 3, that if your Sims were feeling really, really sad, the tragic clown might turn up and try and cheer them up. But in The Sims 4, he's not in the game as such, except that there is a painting, which you might have noticed that I clicked on right at the start of this video, which is a picture of the tragic clown, Sunny the Tragic Clown. And it tells a little bit of his story, how he's terrified of balloons, and yeah, it's just a bit tragic. So I thought I would build him a house and make it a haunted house with a bit of a difference. So it is a sort of clown themed haunted house. We start off building the whole thing very like not haunted, just a clown house basically, and then I go through and make it all a bit spooky. So yeah, I decided to go for an interesting shape for the build. Obviously it's a clown house, so I wanted to make it a little odd. So we go for this kind of like triangle but with a slopey side roof. I just wanted to try something a little bit different, like I said, a little bit fun. I really actually had quite a lot of fun doing this build. It's a really unconventional build. It's not something that I would usually do in the game, so I really enjoyed it. Yeah, I decided to go for red windows and doors. I kind of, in my head, like the classic colours for clowns would be like the primary colours, but specifically red and yellow. For me, I don't know why, in my brain red and yellow are very clown colours. So we do have like all the primary colours going on, a lot of different kind of colours going on this build, but on the outside it's primarily red and yellow, and then there's a little bit of blue and green as well. So we use a green sort of trim on the roof, and then we use blue for around the door and the chimney, and then also up the path we have blue little half walls as well. So it's coming out, it's looking a little bit green I think, but this is more like a tealy kind of colour I suppose that we have on the chimney and by the front door. So yeah, I thought about putting a column there to hold up the roof, but I decided that it looked better unsupported because it looked a little odd. So just putting the path in now. Yeah, I really enjoyed this build. It lifted my mood a little bit, I have to say. I don't know if anybody else is feeling the same, but I know we had Blue Monday recently, and it's certainly in the UK where we're still in lockdown, and you know, we've got this new strain, and there's just a lot going on. Everybody is kind of feeling it, I think, at the moment, and certainly, you know, feeling a bit cooped up. The weather's not been very nice either, so it's not like we can kind of go out too much. So yeah, I really just, it was nice to give a bit of a break from reality and just kind of hop into the Sims and do a fun little build. So I thought I'd put those topiary trees in the front there that kind of look like balloons. We obviously got the balloon lights around the front as well, but I thought the topiary balloon kind of tree thingies were quite cute, so we put those in as well. We go for this crazy red and yellow fence I don't think I've ever used before. I think it's a Sulani, like a island living fence, but I don't think I've ever used this swatch before. I'm not even sure if I've used this fence, but I definitely haven't used the swatch. And I decided to put a little graveyard in the back. I kind of decided that I thought this house would just be like the family home, like the ancestral home of Sunny the Tragic Clown. All of his clown, you know, forebears, ancestors have all lived here. And they've all been buried in the back garden. And no matter what Sunny does to try and, you know, make the place more cheerful, particularly the graveyard just is like completely dead and gross looking. So I thought that was just a little bit of fun there. So we're just finishing off the landscaping now, and then we're going to be heading inside. So it was a bit of a challenge, the floor plan for this, because it's actually not a very big house. Obviously only needs to be one bedroom because, you know, he's a tragic clown, so he can't have a family. He's a lonely tragic clown. So We decided, yeah, we put the bathroom and the bedroom upstairs, and then I did a kitchen dining on the right, a little living area, and then like a study slash home kind of skill building type room, because I was sort of thinking, you know, studying the tragic clown, you've got to have somewhere to practice his jokes and, you know, research being funny and all this sort of stuff. And he has a little gnome collection, and yeah, you'll see. So the whole house is very colourful, very intentionally very colourful, a bit ridiculously so. It was really fun to do actually, because it's just not, I just don't use these items in normal you know, day-to-day Sims play, so it was a lot of fun to try, you know, using items I wouldn't usually use. So cracking on with the kitchen now. I just go kind of back and forth quite a bit with the colour scheme for this kitchen, because it just didn't look right. Like, it was colourful, but it didn't work for me. So we switch it up. We go for more of a red, yellow and blue theme in a minute. But yeah, it's pretty cool. I think it's cool. I'd like to have an island with like bar stools in my kitchen. I think that would be quite nice to be able to have like a little breakfast nook. Our kitchen is just not big enough for that at home, so we don't have the space for that. We did do a lot of reorganising this week actually. My parents came over as they're part of our bubble, and we did a big reorganisation of the downstairs room, which is our living room. It's got like our dining table and our, you know, sofas and stuff in it. So that was a lot of work, but it looks so much better. It's amazing that I think we end up with more furniture in the room, but it feels bigger just because of the way that the room is like laid out. So yeah, and my daughter's got all her toys in one place now. They're all like packed away, as before they were all sort of out on the floor, and now they've got their own little boxes, and yeah, it's much nicer. So I'm really pleased with that, especially as at the moment we're obviously spending a lot of time at home in the house. So yeah, so we're just finishing off the kitchen dining room now. I really struggled to find things to put on the walls. I think I ended up not putting anything and just moved the apples over. So we're heading into the living room. I love this sofa that came with the new Paranormal stuff pack. They had some really great furniture in that pack. Unexpectedly, because obviously it's a stuff pack for one, so you know, I mean, there's a lot of gameplay for a stuff pack. It really is, like, compared to a lot of the stuff packs that have come out before, which have literally just have stuff, and in fact some of it has like a really lame amount of stuff. There's so much in this stuff pack. It honestly feels like a game pack, to be honest. So if you're looking for value for money, then definitely, I think this pack is definitely worth the £10 that it costs. But yeah, that sofa and the matching chair are just really lovely. Like, I love the kind of cushions and the blankets. We don't really have many like that in the game. I have noticed that the most recent kind of sofas and stuff that they started adding into the game all seem to kind of have cushions or something like on them like that, whereas like the older original kind of ones, they don't have any extra cushions or anything on them. I wonder if that's just like a modern like style thing that these days people tend to have cushions and throws on their sofas. I don't know. So this is also a new flooring from the Paranormal stuff pack, which I really liked. And I liked that it had lots of different colours, so obviously it was perfect for this build. We could have a nice yellow floor. And I decided to use these like decals. I think they're from My First Pet stuff. I don't really use that pack at all, really, but I thought it was kind of a cute occasion to use them. They're obviously really colourful, so they suit the build quite well. And like I said, this is the sort of study slash skill building room. And we put in some bookcases and a desk. We also put in the microphone for like telling jokes, a little Freezer Bunny guitar, and then we've got a little gnome collection in the corner, which I love. So we do put a picture, the Tragic Clown picture, in every single room. There is a Sunny the Tragic Clown, I think, except for the half bath downstairs, which honestly there's nothing. It's just a toilet and a sink, which I'm not even 100% sure is functional, but I needed to put something there, so I'll put that there. So we do have a picture of Guidry in the house as well, so he will show up if you play this as a haunted house. If you download it from the gallery, if you want to, I will upload it for you. And yeah, obviously make it a haunted house, then he will show up. So he doesn't stay on that wall in the end because I forgot to put a door to the back garden, so we end up putting the door there and moving Guidry over to another wall. Yeah, that was the little half bath that I was talking about. And now we're heading upstairs. We're going to do the hallway and then the bedroom and the ensuite. So yeah, we just going really colourful vibes. The bedroom, I sort of wasn't sure what carpet to put, but I ended up going for this sort of rainbow. We've got quite a lot of rainbow throughout the build, but I just think it suits kind of the clown aesthetic, as it were. So yeah, it's a very odd house. It is a very odd house, but you know, it's for a tragic clown, so it's gonna be a bit odd. I decided he needed like a massive thing for his shoes, because in my head, like, clown shoes are a big deal for clowns. So I gave him one of the like Get Famous shoe rack things. I think there's probably a lot of packs in this build. I can't say for sure. I'd need to go through and check which packs I've used, but I've used a lot, honestly. So but then I suppose because I've used a lot of different packs, it probably means there's not that many items from each pack. So if you didn't have one or two packs, then you know, you wouldn't be missing that many items. So you'll also notice that I put a spider. I don't know if I said already that there's a spider in every room as well. Not in the bathrooms, but in all the main rooms. There's a little creepy spider hidden, and later on we're going to be putting in a bunch of cobwebs. So the idea is that, you know, it looks like this kind of bright and cheerful house, but actually it's really creepy and haunted and all of this stuff. So yeah, I haven't done too much of the gameplay with the new Paranormal stuff back. It seems like a lot of fun. I actually moved Sunny, the tragic clown. I downloaded a Sunny from the gallery that somebody else made, which was very good. I'll have to link down below who made him. I got him to come play in the house a little bit, and we did. I got the seance table out, and we used that a little bit. So yeah, I had a little bit of a play with it. It was good fun to kind of see the little spectres creeping around, and yeah, so we're just making the house look a bit more haunted now. So we're going around putting in cobwebs, putting cracks in the walls, we're putting in, you know, holes where the drywall is showing through, making it a bit messy. We put a bunch of these like creepy marks around on the floor. I can't remember what they're called, but they're part of the Paranormal stuff pack that they make your Sims feel pretty freaked out, scared. They're supposed to be there. Spectres have put them there in theory, so put them about. We got like I say, all the spiders' webs. In a minute, I decide that it's much too bright in the house, so for once I decided to actually put some different lights in. I almost always use these like space saucer lights, just because they're really easy to use and they light the room well, and like a lot of the lights in the game just aren't bright enough. So, but obviously that's kind of perfect for this build. I wanted it to be dark, so we end up taking out the saucer lights and replacing them with wall lights. Yeah, here we go. And then of course you can always go in and adjust the brightness of the lights as well, or change the colour or whatever. So, and I also, I think off camera, put some lights out on the outside of the house, just so that when I was like looking from the outside and taking some screenshots, it just needed a bit of light. So I put some lights outside and I actually changed the colours of them so they'd be all different colours. And I think it came out really nicely. You should see that at the end when we get to the tour. But yeah, just finishing off, putting on some curtains around, and oh yeah, I nearly forgot to do this balcony. I'm so sorry about that. I decided to put an easel out there so you could, you know, paint his graveyard. I don't know. Just a few finishing touches here and there, just to put some terrain paint down on. This is where I realised I forgot to put a door into the garden, so I put the door out of the little kind of study skill building area out into this little patio with a little picnic table. Yeah, and then I think we're basically done. I put a bin. It's a completely functional house. It has a post box and a bin and everything that you could need. So yeah, we're gonna head on inside. You can see that the house is already being haunted. We've got this creepy doll here in the hallway. We're gonna head into the kitchen dining now, and I just think it looks so spooky and cool. It's a really unconventional haunted house, I think. There's Sunny the Tragic Clown's photo up there. Yeah, and there's our hidden spider in this room behind the fridge. So if you want to download it and see if you can find all the spiders, then you don't want to watch this tour, otherwise you'll see where all the spiders are. So You can see we've already got a sludgy, slimy puddle that's been made by some of the spectres, and poor Sunny's already tripped over. He's looking pretty miserable. Got our other spider in that bookcase thingy there, and yeah, he's trying to cheer himself up with a nice book. We got a nice little TV area over here. I mean, it'd be quite an easy house to play in. Like, your Sims would be perfectly happy here. There's a lot of stuff, other than the fact they'd be terrified. I love his little gnome collection over here. I think it turned out so good with the little spider webs on them. So cute. So, yeah, other than the fact that your Sims would probably be terrified out of their minds, you know, this would be a perfectly functional house. The only thing I didn't put in was a computer, but that's easy enough to add, so. I'm really sorry about this bit. I have not quite 100% figured out how to, like, transition from downstairs to upstairs whilst in, like, the free cam mode, so sorry. We'll resume in a moment. We'll be back into free cam. So this is the hallway. We've got a clock, which I don't often put clocks in my builds, but obviously it's something that people do have, and that clock was perfect because it's got lots of colours on it. And the bedroom in here, very tragic looking. And then all these butterflies on the wall. I kind of imagine that Sunny's putting them up to try and like make the space feel more cheerful. And yeah, we've just got a creepy kind of bathroom over here. Looking good. Like I say, fully functional bath and shower and sink and everything you possibly need. And then we're going to head out to the balcony. It's got a pretty good view actually. I mean, this weather was perfect for our haunted build, and I think it worked out great. You can't see the trees from this cam mode, but that's okay. You can see the little graveyard over there. Yeah, all of his past ancestors who tried to cheer up small children and failed miserably, clearly. So yeah, there's Sunny, and this is the house. I really hope you liked it, guys. If you did, give it a like. Comment down below if you want to see more builds like this. If you have any suggestions, I'd love some suggestions. I love building quirky builds like this. I'll also link down below some of my other builds if you're interested. I've got a few other kind of quirky builds going on. And don't miss out on the Black Widow challenge if you're interested in watching that as well. Subscribe if you want to see more content, and have a lovely day. Thank you so much for watching. Bye, guys.